Thank you, Kat. Doing a great job on this.
We have breaking news.
What happened?
Oh, not breaking news, but we have breaking news.
Whoa. Go ahead. Can you hit our breaking news? We can't have breaking news without hitting our
How unprofessional.
I mean, you've been in this game for a while.
I know, right? God.
You got to tell Kat this early too, so Kat knows.
So my bad. It just popped up, and I was like, okay, well, this is like urgent breaking news.
Sound ready, Kat?
Guys, we're here from the bFb studios here, and the New York Jets have a new head coach.
What?
They do. Robert Saleh, of the defense coordinator for the 49ers, has now become the next head coach and the first Muslim head coach of the NFL. Congratulations, salam alaikum, to my brother Robert Saleh becoming the new head coach of the New York Jets. Back to you, Walt.
Well, I don't know how to do this because I'm about to slide over here because
we have more breaking news.
We have more breaking news because the people were concerned. You texted and it's here now.
Yeah.
The package that we got for you people was here.
We
now.
thought he was being chicken by not coming in.
Well, that was you. That's the you whole thing. But, Kat's getting it ready because joining us in the studio right now is everybody's favorite. He's 2014's first round draft pick. He's you see him everywhere. He's likable. He's lovable. He gets the crowd going wherever he goes. He's at Tovash10 on Twitter. They talk God, sports, and porn over there. Maybe not in that order.
6-year veteran.
Yes, he is. And he's got his microphone up.
He pulling out of nowhere. Just look at that. All this, like,
it was my pants.
What kind of microphone is he talking about?
I don't even know if that's any different from. Oh, scoot back over. I don't know if that's any different from.
So you can sit next to him.
I don't know if it's any different from you talking about once you get vaccinated, you want to.
Oh, you missed that.
Want to start spraying girls with his.
When I get vaccinated, I'm gonna have my card. But what's the ladies? You want a syringe? I'll give you my antibodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me how disturbing that sounds.
Listen, I'll be like, I'll protect you.
This sounds it's
pretty dirty, Kat.
It's consistent as
Kat, poor Kat. She's trying to run the board. She's trying so hard over there. But we got at Tovash10 here in the studio. How you doing today, man? First off,
how we doing, guys? Everybody good out there in the streets?
Yeah.
In the streets of Dallas, Oak Cliff, and wherever else you're listening from.
Do I need to wait, Kat, before I slide over? Do I need to wait?
We expect somebody else?
Okay. No. I was getting ready to get over.
Butter won't need me next to you, apparently.
I thought you was going to have another guest.
No. Here's the thing, Vosh. Before I think she'll go back to it here in a second. We were getting ready to go above the rim, and we were getting ready to talk about the blockbuster trade that happened in the NBA yesterday. Where were you at when you got said news yesterday? What were you doing there?
I was at work, just doing my thing, and all of a sudden I see a Woj bomb, and everybody pretty much reacting from James Harden moving from Houston to Jersey to go join with Kyrie Irving and, of course,
Brooklyn?
Kevin Durant. Brooklyn, Jersey.
Did you say Kyrie Irving? Because we don't know if he's still on the team now.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing his thing, as we discussed on Tuesday. But I mean, good for him. He made his move. He got ownership to buy into what he was doing, and then good for Houston and whoever else that got draft picks, because draft picks pretty much a part of the game.
Seems like Houston got most of it.
They needed most of it, and I think with Victor Oladipo leaving the Pacers, sadly, because my guy Caleb is there now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Hey, they got Karis LeVert. That was good. That's a good pickup.
I like LeVert. I like Karis LeVert's game. He's a great piece, a solid role player. And he's going to the Pacers. And then you have Oladipo moving to Houston to go join with John Wall and Boogie Cousins. So a nasty situation pretty much got a little less nasty. And so now John Wall can run that team, and maybe Oladipo can help him out.
Do you think who won the trade? Did the Nets win?
The Knicks won the trade.
The Nets. Yeah. The Knicks don't win anything.
That's a shot at the Kristaps Porzingis bullshit.
By the way, did you like Kristaps Porzingis' 21 minutes?
21 minutes, 16 points.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
4 of 9 shooting.
Just keep doing what you do, sir.
First shot was a deep 3.
Okay. I mean, it's a 7-footer. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him.
Yeah.
I actually like him. I just don't like his injury situation, and how soft.
So you actually want Kristaps here?
I want him to succeed. Yes.
Well, yeah, he wants him to succeed.
Because Luka needs help, but I mean, back to the.
Tim Hardaway giving what Tim give him 18 last night?
Yeah, be happy with that part because I mean, there's a lot of inconsistencies going on.
Oh, wow,
We'll find.
All season. What are you guys doing?
We'll find out as the season progresses. But we still have to manage these moves that the other teams are making because apparently, according to young Twitter, everybody's making this move because LeBron James turned around and hit a Steph Curry. I don't know what this
Pretty
is.
impressive.
What that's about. Steph Curry gave you 7 minutes of highlights doing the same shit, and LeBron does it one time, and all of a sudden now we got super teams in the making.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
because they don't like that, so they got to stop. They got to try to stop my guy from
Did y'all
doing what
like
he's doing.
LeBron? You know that guy does the LeBron impersonation.
Max is nice.
Yeah, he got retweeted by LeBron.
Yeah.
And LeBron was like quoting him in the thing and saying, "I'm 36. I'm 36." By the way, that's his funniest one.
Well, so we go to the trade here, Vash, and it looks like yes, the Rockets did get Victor Oladipo. They got Dante Exum too, and they got three of Brooklyn's first rounders, and that's in 2022, 24, and 26.
And they also got some of their swaps, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like Milwaukee's first, 22 unprotected, and Brooklyn's first round swaps of 2021. 2023, 2025, and 2027.
So going forward, from just looking at what they got, they're not getting like premium picks. They're not like top 5, top 3 picks, and picks.
Who you don't like out there? What's going on?
But those are good because at least they got trade bait. They got ammo, so they can make moves. And who's their new GM now?
For the Rockets?
Yeah, it's not Daryl Morey anymore. So
that part I don't know.
Yeah,
well, I know he went up to. Didn't he go up to Philly?
Yeah, he's in Philly now. Okay. So whoever the new GM is there, he's got ammo. He can do what he needs to do, and maybe he can build something around John Wall and that organization. What I'm more concerned about is, will the Nets be the super team we all think it is? Walt thinks that's a walking disaster.
No, I think it's not even going to happen.
Oh yeah,
they're not going to even touch the floor together.
So I did see your thing on Twitter. So explain for the people at home what you were saying.
I think that the Brooklyn Nets, with this move with James Harden, I think somebody put it to me too, that he's a replacement and that Brooklyn is going to get out from under Kyrie Irving.
That is Walt's conspiracy theory.
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's just what I believe. And
I'm
going to say that because he basically did all the same things Harden has done right now. He ain't showed up. He's claiming I'm upset with the stuff at the Capitol, but he's at a party. He claims to not be happy with the fact that they chose Steve Nash and didn't consult with him. He's apparently not talking to KD. So at this point, I mean, what's the difference between him and James Harden at this point?
So who would get him? Who would want that? Who would want him?
I know a team dumb enough to trade for him. The Knicks.
It would be a nice. It would be.
Hey, you know what? The Knicks would be perfect for him because
really, it would be
that city. And I hope we get back to basketball and pretty much live sports, because if you have fans packing the Garden again, they would embrace Kyrie just like they embrace Carmelo Anthony. Mm-hmm. It'd be pretty much the same exact love from the city.
Don't Knicks fans embrace everybody that comes?
Exactly. And then what they do is they pump your head up. They're not like Boston fans where they'll crown you, and then at the same time at the red light they'll call you N-words left and right. No, Knicks fans are pretty much loyal to superstars. Hell, when Dirk Nowitzki went there, they were calling for him.
Yeah.
Like when Kobe went in there and dropped whatever he dropped,
60.
they were calling for him. When MJ went in there and
60.
dropped 55, they were calling for him. So, I personally think that Knicks fans would embrace Kyrie Irving and the way and the style of basketball that he plays.
That would be an interesting. What could the Knicks actually give the Brooklyn Nets?
First round draft.
A lot.
All the first round draft picks.
All that bullshit you got from Dallas.
Yep. because it's gonna be a thing where, and the Knicks have players they can trade now. Brooklyn that could give Brooklyn back a lot of their roster and picks.
See, I honestly think
Detroit is another team that could do it.
Well, I honestly think that all three will play together. I at least for a time.
I
think Kyrie's going to return.
It's just like James Harden. I don't see how you can bring him back in the locker room. Steve Nash didn't even know where he's at. How do you not talk to the head coach?
He knew.
Steve Nash, Steve Nash, they don't.
You're going off of what they say.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't believe what they tell the media.
I mean, I don't think Steve Nash would come out and say.
Steve, come on.
I was looking at Steve Nash like, damn, Steve Nash, you're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say you don't know.
Steve Nash knows what's going on.
They know, bro.
Ownership knows what the whole entire front office of the Nets knows what's going on. They're playing. They're covering their asses now because they can't admit.
But he put them in that predicament.
Right.
So they
gonna. But watch. I bet you anything. He's gonna come now that the James Harden is there. You know what the James Harden news does? James Harden takes a lot of the spotlight on him away from Kyrie.
Really?
Kyrie's gonna return.
Really?
Yeah, because you know what? They're gonna be like, we got James Harden.
Have you heard about? Kyrie was so excited about Kevin Durant, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They was all doing interviews and everything. Has Kyrie said anything about James Harden joining the Nets? Have you seen anything?
Well,
have we heard from him?
Yeah. Kyrie. Honestly, I think he's gonna come back. But even then. Maybe Kyrie's not in a good spot right now. I think we need to start wondering if Kyrie's mentally there.
I'm not. I told you that's a crutch.
Well,
I'm not buying that.
Two things. Kyrie has pretty much been on board with movements, and he's a guy who is pretty much quote unquote woke, as the kids would say these days.
Go do what Maya Moore did then.
And okay, that's fine if he does that. But I mean, at the same time, just like Stephen A. Smith said, I think today or yesterday, maybe he should retire, but that's a little drastic. He's one of the best basketball players in the game right now.
His mindset is set on being. He's upset about the Capitol. He's all
a crusader. He's a crusader, basically.
Right. He's all at the meetings.
I saw
hall meetings.
Yeah, that's fine. But you know what? I mean, he's doing that, and it's okay to if he's doing that for a good cause, just let your employer know what's going on. And so, and then the other thing I was going to say is, I'm so glad that Dirk Nowitzki did not join that damn staff, because Steve Nash reached out to him first and asked him to be a part of for the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff.
You know why Harden wanted to go to Brooklyn first?
I'm glad Dirk didn't do it, but yeah, Harden wanted to go to pretty much team up with his with his ex-boy.
There's that, but D'Antoni's over there. D'Antoni ran the type of offense that he liked.
That's fine.
Because he got his shine on under D'Antoni.
That's fine too. And I mean, if you look at it though, I mean, Harden he's a ball dominant person. Which if Kyrie does ever come back, Kyrie will pretty much be the smallest small forward in the game, because he would basically be the point guard, not Kyrie. I would love to see it.
Here's how this would have to go. Okay, if this were to work, I was saying this earlier. I related this to the Miami Big Three. Okay. Kyrie would have to become D Wade. Harden is going to have to become LeBron, and KD is going to have to become Chris Bosh down in the paint. That's the only way it'll work.
No,
everybody's going to have a role.
They got a role, but it's not going to be like the Miami Heat of 20.
No, I'm not saying I say it has to be something like that.
Not even close.
No, because KD can be on the perimeter. He doesn't be down low.
He don't want that.
He's already pulling up, bagging down now.
He pulling up.
He pulling up and he's bagging down.
I mean, yeah,
but Chris Bosh shot threes the whole time.
Durant. Let's make no mistake about it. We know who the real unquestioned leader of that team is.
Durant is the dude on the team.
Well,
that's
know.
Durant.
That's your D Wade.
And they're not gonna. Steve Nash is not stupid enough to say, okay, I got Harden, I got Kyrie. Let me just ignore Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Chris Bosh had his best season on the.
But he wasn't the focal.
He wasn't.
He
wasn't.
No, he wasn't. I remember watching that 2011 series. Chris Bosh was a no-show. They took him out.
In that series, no.
The only time he shot.
He balled in the whole playoffs though.
Okay, fine, but in game 3 of it, was the one time he had that game-winning shot over Dirk. That was it.
And then the next year when Ray Allen hit the 3. He came up big in them playoffs.
Well, that was a Pop fault, but I mean Popovich.
I'm saying that whole playoffs.
I'm telling you right now, what's going to happen is it's going to be Durant's going to be the focal point of the offense.
Yes.
And then you're going to have Harden and Kyrie battle line. One of them's going to be upset. That's the problem. You made that point. They're the same guy. They're the same person.
Somebody's going to sacrifice their game.
They're the Spider-Man meme. They're looking at each other. You. Like,
okay, well, like you said, okay, well then Harden becomes D Wade, and Kyrie's gonna have to be LeBron.
Everybody pointing.
Somebody's got to take. Somebody's gonna have to take it.
Steve Nash is like, oh my god, what did I? And you're right. Dirk Nowitzki was like, oh no, I can't make.
Obviously, that team is in disarray, so I'm just gonna go ahead and count my money.
He might have saw that Kyrie was on the team. Was like, yeah, nah, I'm good, bro.
Obviously,
good luck with that.
For one, I don't feel sorry for Steve Nash. He knew what he was getting into.
No,
He knew he was getting into with just Kyrie Irving. Okay, so I don't want to hear nothing about, I feel sorry for
no,
him.
I'm not
Now he has Harden.
talking about. I'm talking about right now because now he's had
No, he advocated for this move.
who?
Steve Nash.
Yeah, he was on
You don't
board.
think the ownership?
Of course,
would
he
be
was
able
on board. I'm talking about the way everything's gone down.
One thing I'm excited about is that I hope it becomes a dumpster fire because since the Nets became the Brooklyn Nets, like they have become a franchise that's been in desperation.
I'm not worried about it. Kyrie Irving will not be there.
That's the better hope because LeBron's gonna be scared.
No, he's not. Listen, hold on. One thing we ain't worried about is no Brooklyn Nets. We are
Really?
not worried about the Brooklyn Nets.
But,
I'm 36.
That dude though, seriously. And I mean, I like him because he's the fellow. Well, not fellow. I didn't go to Duke, but he's a Duke Blue Devil player that pretty much played 9 games at Duke. We all saw his maturation, even on the sideline. He's been on the sideline his whole career. He's always injured, but when he's on the court, he can fill it up with the best of them. And then at the same time, he's a street ball player.
Yeah.
He's not like Russell Westbrook. He brings his off the court baggage onto the court, and then it pretty much affects the way he plays because his teammates start looking at him a certain way.
Talk about Kyrie or
Yeah.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden now everybody's looking at Kyrie as this human walking soap opera of the NBA, and that's the issue with this guy. Even though I do love the way he plays the game, only if he played the game. He started that bullshit in Cleveland. He's by himself, right? And then LeBron came and joined him. They won a championship, and then all of a sudden now I didn't need him. I didn't need him, or I don't need him now. Let me go ahead and just bounce.
No, I want my own team.
That kind of shit. So
Boston.
So
just ruin this shit in Boston.
New York, like you just said earlier, New York is ideal for a guy like that because for one, they're building, and then two, they need a guy like that to come.
So let me throw this out there. I don't think it's doable because I don't think the Mavericks have the assets. But would you try to go?
Fuck no.
Would you put
Hell
Kyrie and Luka
no.
on the same team?
No,
I
but
feel
I-
sorry for Luka for even bringing that up.
No, but I would have tried to get James Harden though in a heartbeat. I would have tried to get. James
We don't
Harden.
need two chubby.
You got just fat guys out there drilling the perimeter.
Hey, one of them chubbies is gonna give you 44 or
They'll be
30
like,
points.
Both of them will.
Yeah,
They'll be like, "Why are the mass maniacs
I always find
on the court?"
It'd be right, Big Rob and one of the other little
I
dudes
always
over
find
there.
it funny when fans try to say a guy who scores too many points can't be on the same team with another guy who scores too many points.
No, that can happen.
And I'm like, well, that's the point of the game.
Well, they got the same type game, and
Luka's more of a passer.
but
and a
no.
facilitator.
They got the same the same game. One of them's just
better.
Luka's a passer.
and Harden is too.
And-
Go
yeah,
back and look at the numbers.
he did lead assist one year.
So if you had Harden on the Mavs, it'll be just like, a 1-2 deadly combo of just dudes that like to dribble and
KP
shoot.
would be like the Chris Paul.
Right, and exactly. That'd be more like the Miami Heat, but the same. But you don't have the super athletic ox as LeBron is. So like with the Mavs and Luka having Harden on the team, I mean, to your point, that'd be sexy because like who's gonna score 60 tonight? Which one?
Boy.
Who's gonna get triple double tonight? Which one? Oh, y'all both are?
Oh, shit,
What the hell?
120 between the two people.
Harden would thrive. That's why when they were talking about Philadelphia, I was like, okay, if you're gonna do Philadelphia, I don't want Ben Simmons. I don't want Joel Embiid and James Harden together. That don't work. Ben Simmons would have been a better fit for James Harden than Joel Embiid would because Ben Simmons is a pass first type of point guard. That would have fit excellent. And to me, the way I saw it, and I didn't get how people were. I don't want James Harden here. He sucks. And I'm like, okay, well let's ease up now. This dude was fat out of shape and dropped 44 points. But I'm just saying to the point of, I think with Harden now, you'll get his whole. Luka gonna go do his thing or whatever. But Harden, he gonna go stay in the corner, and when you give him the ball, he gonna do his dribble, pop. But Luka gonna set him up in good position to score all his points.
So as we wrap this up, where do you see it happen? So Walt, I'm going to go to you, but so basically you're saying you don't see them playing together.
No, I don't see them playing one game.
Okay, so let's say under your scenario, how do the Nets finish? When it's just Harden and Kevin Durant leading the way, and there's no Kyrie, do the Nets finish as the top team in the Eastern Conference?
Oh yeah, they have no competition. There's nobody in the East.
So the Milwaukee has no shot.
They have nothing to threaten them.
If what?
if
all three
under
play?
in his
No,
scenario,
if it's just Harden and
if it's just hit Harden and
KD.
KD, what's going to happen? Are they going to be the top team in the East? Are they? Is Milwaukee, Miami? Are they Philly? Are they not going to? Are just done? You just give up? Well,
there's nobody that can stop him.
okay. Tovas,
Shit.
what do you got?
There's a lot of teams out there that will put them dudes in their misery.
But you think hold on, which one do you think? One, do you think Kyrie's staying? And if what's your scenario? What's going to happen with the Nets going forward?
I'm like him. I don't see Kyrie really like playing 5 games with him.
So then now you have. So
I don't
now,
see him playing one.
I
so
think
now
a big ass
it's Harden and KD leading. The
Harden and
Nets.
KD and nobody else.
And so what do you got?
They even got rid of their big dude.
So are they gonna?
Jared Allen?
Yeah, they
Like,
still got DeAndre Jordan.
So are they number one? Are they be the number one seed?
No.
And they still could go sign people off the.
They can do that.
Who do you? Who got?
I'll probably go with the reigning guys, man.
Miami?
And they still didn't lose Joe Harris.
Either the last 3 dudes. So Miami, Milwaukee. Milwaukee got a lot of proof. So Miami, Milwaukee, and
Toronto.
Unless Giannis learn how to shoot between now.
I think you're either talking about Toronto or Philly.
Miami.
Oh, Boston.
Boston. I don't know. You know what's weird?
I
about
do like
Boston?
how they coming along because they're still young minded though. Like,
They are.
You usually get like with Tatum and Brown. I trust them. I trust them more
Well,
than I
see,
trust.
Boston. Danny Ainge tried to get in that.
Yeah, that's what, but yeah.
I think they wanted Jaylen Brown and I forgot it was somebody else. And
I'm not giving up Jaylen Brown. So I see Boston. I
don't
see
know about
Boston
that.
fighting for that too. I really see New Jersey with just Harden and Durant at like 5 or 6, man.
Wait.
Like for real.
I think it was Jaylen Brown and Smart.
Like no, I'm not letting them go.
For
I'm sorry.
James Harden?
I trust Boston to.
Man,
I
Wait,
trust
so
Boston.
time out. You think they're a 5 or 6 seed?
Like who? Like you got too many teams in the East, and I mean, kudos to the
They're not
Eastern
even
Conference.
6 seed. They're not even. I think last time I checked, they were like a 9 or 8.
Durant will have to carry this team. Durant will have to be dominant. Durant, like
LeBron,
he is now.
So basically, you two don't think LeBron's threatened by this?
No. What do we have? What does that have to do with us? We
saying.
ain't worried about that.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, we ain't worried about that. We are not worried about that. Me and Bron, we got this thing under control. You saw him talking about it. We hitting turnaround threes, baby. We ain't worried about it. We having fun right now.
That super team in LA is amazing.
Wow.
Hooray.
See, there they go. Well, yeah, Vosh, I'm glad I got you here. I got a comment here that I really need you to get into here. A guy like you who's big on COVID, you know, me and you both survived it. Mr. George Hill decided to make the comments about the new protocols and everything like that. He says, and I quote, "I'm a grown man. I'm going to do what I want to do. If I want to go see my family, I'm going to see my family. They can't tell me I have to stay in my room 24/7. Now, a guy like you, who you've been saying that this is how the players think. This is their motto.
They're
not
cocky.
Yeah. And that's why you said the bubble. You understood the bubble deal with Paul George about why he could feel that way, because these guys are used to being able to do whatever they want to because they got millions of dollars. Now, George Hill is somebody who could be out of the league next year with this whole stunt and will be begging for a job, or he'll get COVID and then be trying to be an advocate saying, "Oh yeah, guys, I got it. You don't want this to stay home." But I took offense to this because I felt it was very incredibly selfish, and I'm like, bro, do you not understand that if the league stops, you lose money? Your salary cap next year will not be the same. They're probably going to have to ask you to take a pay cut if they have to stop the league. And not only that, it's only for 2 fucking weeks. 2 weeks. You mean to tell me you can't stay in a hotel room or whatever you got to do for 2 weeks?
So he has it.
A pay period.
He has it.
No. He's upset about the new COVID protocol.
The COVID protocol saying that, you know, don't go out, don't do it.
Oh, don't go to strip clubs. Don't go to
like
Walmart.
when you go to away games or whatever, you have to stay in the hotel. You can't leave. You can't have anybody up there. Well, you can have like your wife or something like that up there, or whatever, approved by the team or whatever. But you know,
Girls
nobody
approved by the team.
Hey, George Hill. You know who George Hill sounds like?
Everybody in America.
Everybody at that fucking Capitol.
Yep.
Running around that bitch, pretty much trying to take people's heads off or whatever the situation was.
Sounds like you call Trump supporter.
Elizabeth from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Which are the
It's a revolution,
Storming
baby.
the Capitol with the onion in the face.
It's a revolution. We're
this
storming the
dude- that's-
Capitol.
That's exactly what this dude sounds like.
Yeah.
He sounds like one that doesn't want to follow the rules to better the country and better other people around him. You want to be selfish, George Hill, go right ahead. I promise you there's a place for you. If you want to be selfish with it, you will find yourself out of the league in the streets with my ass at the gas station, at Walmart, and all those other places. So just let me know.
Why are you in the streets? You're better off than him.
I'm better than that. I'm better than that because I went through that bullshit. It's not fun. George Hill, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
He's gonna get fined and
he don't
care. Here's the thing
with that mentality.
Here's the thing with George Hill. Again, Tovash hit it on the head. He's just selfish. It's just these players. Here's what I've noticed with the whole COVID thing, and I've seen it. There were people at the beginning that didn't believe in. There were people who were like, I'm cool with it, right? I know what's going on. I understand what's going on. Until you get it, you don't really understand.
Yeah, then everybody wants to be advocates. Stay home, guys.
Unless you lost somebody, I got family members right now. They're dealing with COVID, and it could be bad. So, and until people understand it, like people are just going to do their own shit, and that's human nature. You really can't. But I will say this. We are the one damn country in the world that, are the only ones that have like this problem. Everybody else is like, yeah, okay, I understand.
We're entitled, EA.
Yeah.
We're entitled assholes.
I was worried the other day because I saw Clay Jenkins saying we at stay home, stay safe levels. I was like, oh shit, are we going to a lockdown? But, as you like to call him, Governor Wheelchair, that already made known, we ain't going back on no lockdowns. We ain't doing none of that no more.
He's not rolling back at all.
Yeah, he's not rolling back nothing at all, bro. Yeah. That's a good point by you. He's not rolling back at all.
Walmart slogan.
He's not rolling back anything. And, and it's like the numbers just keep climbing. It's like, bro, hospitals are full. Like, when you talk, if you ever go just talk to a nurse or a doctor, whatever, mainly nurses, if the moment you ask them about what's going on, they will break down into tears because they are tired and they have to watch these people that's going through what they're going through at the hospital. They got to watch families just sit there and watch their people. They
here's my thing, though. George, here's the thing. If you look at, and let's just give it to basketball, not just go back to normal people. Let's look at the basketball players. George Hill, what he's doing is just stupid because here's the thing. We didn't need sports. I said it from the beginning. This pandemic, we shouldn't have sports. It's a very difficult thing to go through, and you're just adding extra pressure.
I'm going to disagree with that. If we didn't have a football season or basketball, whatever, we didn't have any sports, I think the numbers would be a hell of a lot worse because we would have nothing to do.
Fine.
Because when we were stuck in the house, at least when we were stuck in the house, we had something to watch on television.
Right, I get that. And now, mind you, the very beginning of the pandemic, we had really no sports. We were all sitting there with nothing, and the numbers were relatively not as bad as they were now.
That's not true.
They skyrocket. We're way worse now than when we were in the summer.
Right, because the day we got let out, George Floyd happened, and then the numbers
the protests, and then the other side protests, all that. Anyway, but what my point with George Hill and the NBA players, listen, you're doing a special opportunity here to play basketball. They're more privileged than anything. They have this opportunity. You play basketball. This is what your career is. That's your job. Okay, and if your job tells you, "Hey, we need to make this work," or you're not, and you made a point about the money. If the NBA doesn't work, they lose a lot of money, and guess what? The owners ain't going to pay you next year. The owners going to take that money back because it's going to affect the bottom line. So get on board or don't play. You have that opportunity, and I think I don't know if the NBA did this. They should have done this ahead of time. What the NFL did with the opt-outs.
That was my question.
Yeah,
I was going to ask.
I'm pretty sure.
Can he just opt out? In fact, force him to opt out.
Well, it
shouldn't be too late. There's a lot that you can do with your freedom, sir.
He plays at fucking OKC.
Okay, so all right, he plays in he plays in OKC, right?
Mm-hmm.
He likes that. He likes that $400,000 every 2 weeks. It's a good damn paycheck.
Yeah.
And so. If you like, sir, if you don't want to follow the rules, sir, why don't you just not take this $400,000 that we're giving you, not paying your agent, not paying all this other stuff for your family that you want to go see so badly, and then just go see them without working for us for the time being. Mm-hmm. It's cool. We'll keep our money. We don't need your services,
and we'll revisit this next season.
Like you're the face of the NBA.
And then when it's time for vaccines, we'll call you. Ask you if you want that shit. If you say no, we'll let you go back to your family.
That was going to be my next deal here. Why doesn't the NBA get a a question or get a survey or whatever, not even survey, get a roundabout way of asking players, if we get the vaccine, who wants it?
And
Get
then
them all,
again,
get them all together.
The problem.
Go pay for it.
That's the problem.
Everybody keep talking about this PR nightmare. I don't care about a PR nightmare. Okay.
But what's more? Hold on. Here's the thing. It's going to be huge because you're going to see this right now. Like you just mentioned, you just said nurses are crying in ER rooms. The ICUs are filling up, and then all of a sudden you see rich NBA players get.
I'm going to tell you why I don't care about that. You know why?
You don't care.
I don't. Hold on. I'm about to bust you. People keep telling us what about the vaccine. I'm not getting it, right? Mm-hmm. So for everybody that's not getting it, I can give it to the NBA players, and we can be done with it.
That's why, if you can figure it out.
That's what I'm saying. For everybody that gets on their social media and says I'm not taking the vaccine, I don't want to hear you complain about NBA players getting it because you know what? And they pay for it.
But then you have a split because there is a portion of the population that wants the vaccines that want to see that, and they're still
we only talking about a handful of like 32 people. We ain't talking about everybody in the NBA.
What you mean, 32 people?
I mean, if you can't tackle, everybody's not going to in the NBA is not going to want the vaccine.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
coming from my experience, I have to drive through it every single day. Y'all, those who don't know, I live by Fair Park, Dallas.
Okay.
So Fair Park, Dallas, they are actually giving vaccines out now.
Right.
Every time I drive through there, it's a madhouse.
I bet it
I can't even get through. I mean,
it is.
police officers on every single corner, people blaring their horns, trying to cut each other off. It is crazy.
So
there are
there's
more.
Like anarchy.
So there's a huge push for vaccines, at least in
There are
Fair
a
Park.
lot of people who
And
want these vaccines.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying for everybody that tells me I'm not getting the vaccine, I don't trust to get the vaccine. Well, there are people that want to get the vaccine, or there are people who need to get the vaccine.
Here's another problem with this, and I was the great Ben Rogers brought this up on his show. He said he wants to bring hey, well, if vaccines, let's get the NBA players all and the football, all the athletes start getting them, right? And he goes, I don't know about how that would play out. And then KT came up with this thing where everybody should get vaccinated. Here's the problem though. Government-wise, because they pushed this to the states and they said states you handle it, every state's doing their own shit. So I'm not going to say it, but Governor Abbott here,
We'll say it, wheelchair.
Governor Goodyear.
Professor X.
Damn. Anyway, Governor Abbott saying, hey, we're doing this way while the guys in California are doing a different way, and everyone's different. So the vaccine distribution is way off the mark. That's one of the reasons why people are angry at President Orange. Because
why you got a nickname but Governor?
Oh wait, yeah, you got a nickname for him, but
Yeah, but you didn't want to get Governor Honda Civic one.
yeah.
Governor Dart Bus ride shares.
But so I think this. I think maybe we need to wait because now we have a new administration coming in. How are they going to handle the vaccine distribution?
Better.
Yeah,
you could do it better than
They're going to do it better.
Anybody.
They're not going to argue with the fucking disease, first of all. They're not going to argue with doctors, okay?
Right.
If you want to argue, take your ass over there and argue.
So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if they have a better distribution plan once the new administration comes in, do you think at that point would be fine for like athletes?
No, because you got people that still think that microchips are going to be put in the vaccine.
Yeah, and by the way, that person used to sit right here.
It's going to kill you and stuff like that.
Tell me.
And stuff like that. So
yeah. So okay, so with those people, go ahead, just catch it, and then you will see later.
Okay,
all right,
that's fine.
Hold on.
But what about the athletes?
Okay, so with those people, and it's about 80 million of them. If you catch my drift,
76.
who really don't care to take it, right? And all of a sudden, a few of them on that same side are all of a sudden seeing results and seeing how this shit can damage your life. Then they're all of a sudden interested and they want to jump the line, right? So vaccines are still rolling out.
Yeah,
let's not forget that part.
No, they are. It's just that the distribution's like kind of fucked up.
That's fine. That's fine because I want to say in the state of Texas, we just hit the million person mark. We're getting the vaccines. Yeah, it's either Texas or the country. Doctors are getting it, nurses are getting it, everybody in the medical field is getting it. Everybody in entertainment, almost everybody in entertainment. If your job is really, really important, you're getting it. I did see where some jobs people are actually getting paid to do it. Like, I mean, you ain't gotta pay me. I'm going to go get it. Okay, so like, you have that situation, right? So everything is rolling out. Everything's still pumping. Assembly line full of small little bottles or whatever. So let's say it's just like the flu. CVS is going to eventually be doing it. Treat that vaccine just like a fucking we don't have one in here. A fucking bottle of hand sand or a fucking can of Lysol. You remember when that shit? You remember? No, I'm going. Y'all remember at home when that shit went? It was gone.
Yeah.
And you walked into a store, you couldn't find none of it.
Yeah.
Treat that vaccine the same way. All of a sudden, now we have pretty much a surplus of it.
Yeah.
And so, eventually, in the next 6 to 7 months, everybody will have a chance to get it. So do not worry. But get these dudes. Your question?
Well, yeah, but the athletes. Do you think that they should cut in line and get it before everybody?
It's not even about cutting in line.
It's not a cut in line situation.
No, because the only way, let's say the NBA decided to do this, right? The only way would be is the NBA purchase their own thing.
Purchase it.
Buy it.
Purchase it.
But then you're taking a huge quantity.
From who? People who said no, they don't want it?
No.
Now are you feeling sorry for old people?
No.
Right, because the government so for the hospitals, the nurses and all that crap,
they got theirs. The nurses already got theirs.
You got careless 24-year-old nurses who don't want it, but they had to get it, because of their jobs, right? They had an option,
and it was optional.
They had an option, but then if you think about it, this part right here, is that I don't want it. It really behooves you to if a person declines it, to move it somewhere else. You can make room for 400 NBA players almost.
Well,
and then 1,500 and then 1,500.
Well, here, okay, so Jay Nonstop said they're not more important. We're not saying they're more important.
Saying
I'm saying that for all the doctors or the people who are turning down the vaccine, what is wrong? Okay, what's wrong with the NBA saying, okay, so I guarantee you there are more people turning down that vaccine that they have players in the NBA right now. I guarantee you.
In the country, yes.
Yes.
Okay, but
even the doctors and nurses that turn it down.
Here's my thing.
Collectively.
I'm saying the reason why I don't think it's going to happen is because the NBA NFL already came out and said it, because they said we're not cutting in line to get it. Roger Goodell already put that out.
That's being PC.
But at the same time, football has more leeway than NBA does.
Oh,
they play on a week-to-week basis. Yeah. They can spread. They got more wiggle room.
It's less hard.
Yeah, it's more hard for the NBA.
Baseball already came out, so they're not.
It's less easy. The NBA has it harder than anybody when it comes to spread.
And baseball is social distance anyway. You really don't even have to touch.
You got 9 dudes on the field. You got 1 at the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
The NBA is the one that is the hardest right now.
We'll see. I want to see what George Hill's reaction is later on. I want to see why he said it, because
he's speaking bullshit. So.
He said it.
What girl is that good in bed that he?
No, he said his family.
I know a few.
He said his family. He said I can't see my family.
Yeah, his family. He means.
Okay, well, what?
Yeah, he means Shantae down the street.
Whoa, Shantae, huh? It's got to be a Shantae. Huh?
You know her too?
Couldn't be a Brenda or something nice like that.
Shantae.
A Catherine or something like that.
Shantae.
A Shantae, huh?
Yeah, why it gotta be Shantae?
Why it's gotta be Shantae?
I know it's Shantae.
Yeah, I know it's Shantae too.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Whoa, hold on. How do you know it's Shantae?
It's not the same. That chicky from 69.
No.
69 Penetration Avenue.
Listen, I got a segment I want to debut. It's called Real Talk here. I got a serious question. I posed it on Facebook. I want to know from you and people at home. The question is, do we have a problem with the way athletes force